Breaking news! Things are heating up behind the scenes at Patriots Nation. Something big is brewing, and if you can feel that buzz in the air, it's because the Pats resurgence is alive and kicking. Every practice, every behind-the-scenes move is fueling the belief that the next Super Bowl might just have Foxborough written all over it. Warning, but before we go any further, let's make a deal. Have you hit that like button yet? If you believe the Patriots have what it takes to make a real run for the top again, now's the time to show your faith. Honestly, I believe in them so much. If you're feeling it too, drop this in the comments. Go Pats! I believe! Let's ride together. The road to the Super Bowl starts now. All eyes are locked on pick number 4. It's the kind of moment that could define an era for the New England Patriots, and nobody, not fans, not analysts, not even the front office, seems to have a clear answer. But here's the kicker. While the spotlight burns hot on that first-round pick, there's a deeper game being played. One that could reshape the very foundation of this rebuilding team. Let's get into the crowdsourced mock draft, the unexpected picks, and some names flying under the radar that might just end up stealing the show. Trust me, you're going to want to hear every detail. NBC Sports Boston pulled something truly unique, a fan-voted, simulated mock draft. Think of it like a democracy for die-hard Patriots fans. Every pick put up for a vote with 4 options to choose from. And while some might call it gimmicky, what it really did was highlight how deep this draft class could be for New England beyond that flashy first pick. Now, pick number 4, obviously the headline. Could it really be Travis Hunter? If he drops, that's a dream scenario. A do-it-all playmaker, two-way threat. But that's a big if. Abdul Carter? Unlikely, even if his name came up. He's just not expected to fall that far. Well, Campbell is the more realistic option. And let's be real, the only knock on Campbell is his arm length. That's it. 3 years of SEC experience at left tackle for LSU, and some people want to call him a guard because of arms that don't quite fit the textbook. Watch the tape. The guy dominated. He held his ground against NFL-level competition. If the Patriots go OL here, Campbell is a plug-and-play lineman with elite upside. But here's where things get spicy. Round 2, pick 38. Ursery out of Minnesota. The belief inside the organization, particularly from Mike Vrabel, is that this class has multiple left tackle-ready players. Ursery would be a smart addition, especially paired with someone like Hunter or Campbell. Don't rule out a move up for Josh Simmons either. Despite the knee injury, he's widely regarded as one of the most athletic tackles in the class. If not for that setback, Simmons might be off the board in the top 20. Now, let's dive deeper. Pick 69, 3rd round. This is where things start getting gritty. Enter Tate Ratledge. Yes, that Tate Ratledge, number 69 at Georgia, and, quite fittingly, pick number 69 here. You see this guy and you instantly know, this is someone who lives in the trenches. That mullet? Iconic. But don't let the look fool you. Ratledge is a technician. 6 feet 7 inches, 308 pounds, and one of the best pass-blocking guards in all of college football. He's not just big. He's experienced. A 3-year starter in the toughest conference in the country. When you talk about building a wall around Drake Maye, this is what it looks like. Ursery and Ratledge on the left side? That's a fortress. And that's the mission, right? Protect Drake Maye. Build the line, establish a run game, give him time to grow into the franchise QB we need him to be. Ratledge isn't just a pick, he's a culture setter, a leader, blue-collar mentality. That's exactly what this locker room needs. You want to talk about value? Getting Ratledge in the 3rd round would be an absolute coup. Let's not stop there. 3rd round again, another name, Kyle Williams, wide receiver out of Washington State. Originally from UNLV, he transferred and produced at a high level in the Pac-12. He's not going to wow you with a polished route tree. Not yet. But his vertical game? Dangerous. Think about that first Drake Maye touchdown to Keyshawn Bout last year. That kind of shot over the top? Williams brings that speed every single snap. He's your vertical threat. The guy who forces safeties to respect the deep ball. That opens everything underneath for Pop Douglas, for the backs, for the tight ends. Yes, Pop Douglas is explosive, but he's more of a short to intermediate route guy. Meshes, drags, screens, that's his bread and butter. Kyle Williams, he gives you juice down the field. It's a different element, and it complements the current WR group beautifully. At Washington State, 70 catches, nearly 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. He averaged 17 yards per catch. Longest reception? 66 yards. The previous year? 75. The guy lives over the top. A 4.440-yard dash, unofficially faster. That's elite-level burst. And listen, he might not have been brought in for a top 30 visit, but that doesn't mean he's off the radar. Late-round receivers often hit. Just look around the league. And in this class, which isn't the deepest in terms of WRs, Williams could be that diamond in the rough. Some of you are thinking, but what if we already have Travis Hunter? Even better. Build the room. Depth matters. Injuries happen. Matchups vary. And Hunter's role, possibly playing both ways, makes it even more important to have a specialist like Williams stretching the field. Now here's the twist. Mel Kiper and Field Yates also weighed in. They've got Will Campbell at 4, no surprise. At 38, Kenneth Grant. Now that's a name. A beast on the interior D-line. Some even mocked him to go late in the first round. If he's there at 38, the Patriots would be sprinting to the podium. A day one contributor with the ceiling to be dominant. Put him in the middle and watch the rest of the defense breathe easier. Then again at 69, they've got Kyle Williams. Seems like more than just a coincidence. And then, another guard from West Virginia, though honestly, Radledge still stands out more. You don't get that kind of SEC pedigree and physical dominance every day. As we move into the later rounds, Ashton Gillette from Louisville, an edge rusher with serious potential. That 4th-round pick could become a rotational weapon or even a surprise starter. Trevor Etienne, yes, brother of Travis, a running back who brings burst and versatility to a backfield that badly needs a change of pace option. Linebacker Danny Stutzman from Oklahoma. Cowboy collar, old school thumper energy, you love to see it. And then, maybe a tight end in the 7th? It's possible. And let's not forget about kickers. Could be Jose Borgales or Ben Sauls. If they think one of them is the guy, pull the trigger. Special teams wins games. Ask any Belichick disciple. So that's the board. That's the buzz. But now it's your turn. What do you think of this potential draft haul? Would you pull the trigger on Will Campbell at 4? Is Tate Radledge the real deal at 69? Kyle Williams, boom or bust? And who's the one sleeper you want the Patriots to take a shot on? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you're hyped for draft season. Hit subscribe. We've got a lot more coming. And as always, and if you're still with me, here's where things get even more intriguing. Because we haven't even scratched the surface of what rounds 5 through 7 could mean for this Patriots team. These are the picks where contenders are quietly built, and where sharp scouting turns into on-field results. The Patriots, for all their high-profile draft busts in recent years, have also had a knack for finding gems late. This year's class? It's ripe with that kind of potential. Let's circle back to a name we mentioned earlier, Ashton Gillette, edge rusher out of Louisville. This guy has flown under the radar in some circles, but anyone who's watched ACC football knows the kind of havoc he can wreak off the edge. He's explosive off the line, has a non-stop motor, and plays with a chip on his shoulder that you just can't teach. In the 4th round, this is the kind of pick that screams value. Think about how this defense is evolving under Mike Vrabel's vision. You can't ever have too many edge rushers, especially ones who can rotate in and give you immediate pressure on 3rd down. Now, here's a wild card that could have major implications. Trevor Etienne, running back out of Florida. A 5th-round pick. Maybe? Look, the Patriots' backfield is in desperate need of a jolt. Rhamondre Stevenson is great, but behind him, depth is thin. Etienne brings burst, vision, and the kind of 3rd-down versatility that Josh McDaniels has loved for years. We're talking about a guy who can catch passes out of the backfield, line up in motion,